Shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Kadash, that one is to the elders, apostles, or great most on that row well. Shalom to the elect. Yeah, man, just a simple, quick topic. Some news, telegraph.co.uk, and it says NATO forces at risk from aging fleet of Russian helicopters. Inability to replace helicopters presents export opportunity for British arms companies. Says NATO forces are at risk from an aging fleet of Russian helicopters that cannot be replaced because of sanctions against the nation. There are as many as 8,000 former Soviet helicopters in use around the world. More than 260 are in use by NATO members, including Bosnia, Bulgaria, Cyprus, Latvia, Northern Macedonia, Serbia, and Slovakia. Lenny Brown. So basically, a lot of the weapons and aircrafts such as helicopters that are manufactured by Russians, a lot of the NATO countries are using it. Yeah, so that's causing tension. They're probably trying to scrap it and stuff like that. Lenny Brown, managing director of Airbus Helicopter UK, said aging Russian helicopters have performed badly in Ukraine and are now unable to be serviced properly owing to sanctions. Yeah, so they can, they can try to blame Russia and say, oh, this is a setup. You try to give us false working helicopters so you can have an advantage over us or whatever. NATO countries that fly Russian-made helicopters are going to be carrying out for alternatives in the coming years as they look to upgrade their fleets, aircrafts, and protect their forces. This presents a big export opportunity for the UK. And that's going to be a lot of money, man, to be spent. Heavy NATO users include the Czech Republic, with more than 40 attack, transport, and trainer helicopters, such as the MiL Mi-17 transport and the Mi-35 gunship. Poland has more than 60 Russian helicopters, while Hungary has 24. Douglas Berry, Defense Aerospace Specialist at the International Institute for Strategic Studies, IISS, said Russian helicopters have performed poorly in Ukraine. So here's the complaints here. It says, the flares and decoys that would normally be deployed to disperse and repel missiles don't seem to have worked particularly well over time, he said. So imagine that's even dangerous. Because the flares are supposed to disrupt missiles, right? So imagine Ukraine using Russian manufactured helicopters and Russian soldiers are shooting at them, the missiles at them. They're going to be unable to repel because the helicopters they got are faulty and are not working properly as designed. You see? Which is going to give Russia the edge. Right? And we all know NATO's going to eventually step in, and there's going to be more disruption and division within EU, NATO. Revelations is 17, all these shall hate the whole. And eventually everyone that was allies with America is going to turn their back on them and go against them. But at the moment, that rumor and that tension is increasing. On paper, the quality of Russian attack helicopters like the Kamov Ka-52 Alligator is high, and they could be capable capable aircraft, said Ben Caves, senior researcher leader at RAND Europe. But those helicopters that were perceived to be more capable and more advanced, like a lot of the Russian equipment, have not turned out to be as effective as it was first thought. Poor maintenance and manufacturing may have damaged the helicopter's capability, he added. But yeah, that's it really on that. Just more tension and rumors of wars. So I'm going to get scriptures. Matthew 24, verse 3, and jump to verse 6. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And one of the signs is this, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, tensions, divisions, right? Sanctions, that's, coups. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. The major superpowers that are at each other's throats is Russia and America. America, Babylon the Great. And there shall be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Right? And eventually it will no longer be a rumor but actual war, man. And to note, Russia and Ukraine, they're at war, But it's going to get more intense when NATO get involved. But anyways, with that, shalom.